but we'll go ahead and try to start our band banquet. This is the most bizarre band banquet I have ever attended. That includes ones that had Beavis and Jermaine at the same time in attendance. So this is extremely bizarre, but we'll just try to basically operate it like we normally operate the band banquet, minus the awesome food. So you'll have to supply your own food for this one, but we'll get through the program here. So again, welcome. I miss you guys. We had an outstanding career. We had an outstanding year and career for the seniors as well. And I'm very happy like how we ended. I think the last day that we played through If It Were Easy, and it just sounded incredible. Really got me that day, and so I'm glad that we ended it on that note. So first of all, I would like to recognize all the students. There's several of them here tonight, and we'll make this available maybe on Facebook or on the band page or something like that, so you can go back and watch it later. But just recognize you guys and all of your achievements. So read through a few of these things and a few thank yous. We did receive gold at every ISMA sanctioned function. This was for the 14th year. That's the 14th consecutive year, I should say. We received with distinction ratings in music, effect, and visual at every ISMA Invitational and the ISMA Regional. This was the 30th Springs Valley Band to reach state finals, and that's something really unique and special. I know that Dad was really looking forward to that 30th Springs Valley Band to get to state finals, and so I was really proud to see you guys make it there. And it was a really good experience over the course of the year to get us to that point. You were the 26th band to place in the top 5 at state finals, and it was the 17th time the band has been in the top 3 at state. So there's we won't do any applause. If you want to applause, you can just do this, right? This is the sign language for applause. You can just do this. Charles, if you want to do like your laugh that you do in class, you can do that right now because you're muted. So it's perfect. You can do that laugh anytime that you like. But if you want to clap, you can just do this. So I'd also like to thank all the parents. We have a few parents on here. Students, make sure you're thanking your parents or sending an email out to some of the band boosters or the people that have helped us over the course of the year. We had excellent parent help again. And so just make sure that we're thanking those folks. I'd also like to recognize Peggy, Sheila, Shannon, Kathy, the ladies that are in the corporation office and that are in the main office, and all the help that they've been over the course of the year. And I want to recognize Bonnie for her efforts earlier in the year, and Ashley for her efforts when she took over in that position. So we really wanted to thank those individuals. I'd call them up and have them walk up here, but they're not here. Just for those that are playing at home here. We had a awesome semi driver. We had D Robinson as our semi driver. So Brooklyn, make sure you tell him thanks for driving all those times. Outstanding effort, very hard worker. And there was another gentleman that drove, I think, the Floyd Central show. Can't remember. I can't remember his name off the top of my head here. But we appreciate all the drivers over the course of the year. We appreciate those bus drivers too. Larry, Jerry, I think Kathy maybe drove one. Can't remember if there was any others. It's been so long, but the bus drivers were great, and we appreciate all their efforts. And then lastly here, we'd like to recognize the school board, the administration, Dr. Apple, Mr. Nycomb, Mr. Wolford, and Mrs. Orr for all their help in getting us to all the resources and the accomplishments that we did over the course of the year. That almost does all my thanks, but lastly here, I just wanted to thank all of you. This was an extremely trying year for the Ellsworth family. We've lost 2 of our pillars of our family, 2 of the pillars of our program, and I am sure there were days that I maybe was short-tempered or seemed distracted. Hope they were far and few between, but it was all of your efforts, all of your hard work that got us through that and made it such a outstanding year through trying times for us personally. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. I can't thank you enough for the seriousness that you had with playing If It Were Easy, and all the work that you did. So I really appreciate everything that was accomplished over the course of the year, and for really getting me through, guys. You taught me a lot this year. and I hope that I hope you picked up a few things from me as well. But it's definitely a year I'll never forget, and a lot of that's because of you guys. So thank you. We had a lot of donations and sponsors this year as well. So I'm going to not read through all of those, but if you want to see all of those donations and sponsors, you can go to the blackhawkbrigade.com website, and those will be posted there under the festival page. And I think we had a record for donations and sponsors. I would also like to recognize the Band Booster officers, President David Clark, VP Ashley, Secretary Chris Tarr, and Treasurer Autumn Boo, and thank them and give them a round of applause there as we, this is how we applaud. So thank them for all of their efforts. They do a lot of work, a lot of working in the concession stand, and we do appreciate that. All the box parents and chaperones, the prop crew, the prop helpers, the loading crew, the pit crew, you guys know all it takes to go on those Saturdays and do what we do. And all those people need to be appreciated and thanked. We really do appreciate all they've done. We had a lot of props constructed. We thank those individuals. We thank Thelma for coming in and getting us measured up. And I want to thank the drum major, Emily Weisensteiner. She did such a great job. I moved this one up a little bit. Sometimes we do this in the award section, but I wanted to thank her for all her efforts, or coach, as the kids sometimes call her. She did an outstanding job this season and kept things rolling. Excellent leader, and just really made things run smooth, and I appreciate that. I'd like to thank all the staff as well. We're getting through there, guys. I know is anyone else getting hungry? Like, this is where we normally stop to eat the meal. And I'm starting to get a little hungry here. So we're gonna acknowledge the staff real quick. Obviously thank Laura and Beavis and Andy, Brandon Hagan. I'd like to thank Eric Berger for the drill design, and Josh Conley for the choreography. Ben Lee for the music arrangement, which he's working on next year's right now. JD, his work on the makeup and with the guard. Kim, Steve Rondinero, Caitlin, who just had a baby, I think this week. So congratulations to her and Harley. Matthew, Leanne, Peyton Buffington, Sarah Moss, Tyler White, Emma Ray Lang, Brian Elkins, Keegan Anderson, Cameron Allen, and Caden Millspaw. I think I got everybody on there. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Yeah, I saw somebody doing this. Yeah, give them a round of applause. That was awesome. Yeah. All right. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the award stage. I'm trying to keep this relatively short and casual. It's really weird sitting in my basement talking to a computer screen with people just looking at me. So I'm not really used to this. So we're going to try our best here, and definitely open to suggestions in the future. So we're going to go ahead and go with the awards. One of the assignments, I think, for last week for e-learning is the students could vote. We usually have a most outstanding member, two most outstanding members for each grade, and the students voted for this. So this was all student-led and student-voted. Let me see if I can get this pulled up real quick. So basically, this is voted on by their peers. I think this is one of the biggest rewards and recognitions that a student can get. There were a lot of votes this year. There was a lot of really close voting. And so what we did last year is, instead of having a male and a female, because that kind of seemed kind of 1990-ish, we updated it to just 2 per category, regardless of male or female, and just the 2 that had the most votes. So up first, we have most outstanding 7th grade members. We actually had 3 of those members this year. I'm going to attempt to put up their certificates. I'm going to present those. We're going to see if it works here. So let's give this a try. So up first, for most outstanding 7th grader, first one goes to Maylee Plimpton. All right. Did that pop up? Okay, great. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing that for a minute. And we had two more. There was actually a tie. So we also had Zachary Lindsay. You know, I think in an effort to not mess this up, I don't think I'm going to share every single certificate. Instead, I will email those out. But there are a list of certificates over here. And so it's kind of bogging my screen down. I don't know about yours. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and name them. So far we have Maylee Plimpton, Zachary Lindsay, and the third one was Parker McGuire. So congratulations to the 3 7th grade. Yeah, good job on the clapping. The 3 7th grade outstanding members. All right, moving on to 8th grade. We had the two highest vote getters were Braden Collier and Sydney Stevens. So congratulations to Braden Collier and Sydney Stevens as the most outstanding 8th grade members. Moving on to 9th grade. Getting the most votes by the students there are Eligada and Boston Roulette. So congratulations. Someone is presenting their screen, so I'm seeing myself. It's really strange. I can't tell who it is. Whoever it is, they have a Mac. So it's really strange seeing myself present. Oh, I see who it was now. Okay. So we had the 9th grade. Thank you. The 9th graders, we had Eligada and Boston Roulette. Going to 10th grade. The most outstanding 10th grade members, we have Gracie Judy and Danian Wright. All right. Congratulations to those guys. Most outstanding 11th grade members, the top vote getters by their peers, are Emily Weisensteiner and Daniel Reynolds. If I could take a screenshot when everybody's hands are up, I would totally do that right now. I would make it some kind of meme. All right, into 12th grade. Actually, we have two more here voted by the peers. Most outstanding 12th grade, as according to the students, goes to Trey Tolliver and Madison Mills. Okay, the last award voted on by the students was most improved. And so this individual, let me see if they're here. Okay, they are here. So this individual did really improve over the course of the season, but they were also very good when they started. A very good musician, held down their part maybe as the best of a first-year member that I've seen in a long time. We expected a lot from them. And that person who got voted most improved was Austin Galloway. So congratulations, Austin Galloway. All right, we're going to move on to kind of the staff awards. Is everybody still doing good? Thumbs up. We're all doing okay? Yeah. This is so strange. Okay. So the first staff award is most outstanding first-year member. This student, besides just being a very talented performer, is also a really enjoyable person to be around. Always has a smile on their face, is mature beyond their years, and is really a leader for the group. So the most outstanding first-year member goes to McCartney Gerard. And McCartney's face is stuck with her mouth open on my screen. That's good. That's awesome. All right. Let's see here. All right, this next one here, I'm just going to go and tell you who won this one, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about these guys. The Best Musicianship Award is going to go to Charles Diefenbach and Devin Hughes this year. And these guys, I think, were taken for granted most of these last couple of years, and especially this year. These are two excellent tuba players, and we were very fortunate to have both of these guys hold down the bass sound in the band, and they've been around forever. Devin, I think has been around for, I don't know how long Devin's been around, but I do owe Devin a video game gift card or a video game, because ages ago, like 10 years ago, I told Devin one day at practice that if I can't remember, Devin, you might have to jump in here and remind me of the story. It was something like if he could march with his toes up once.
I was really bad at marching when I first started, and it gotten to the point where you had to bribe me to better that marching. So you promised me that if I march better by like, there was some certain deadline, like by the end of the week or something, that you would buy me a video game.
And he did it, and I never got him the game. And all of these years, I have been waiting for this moment. And of all the things I was disappointed with, it was exactly this moment that really tops the cake, because I was really going to be, the joke was going to be, I was going to buy him like this old Atari game cartridge, give it to him. If you don't know what an Atari is, kids, you can go Google it later. But I was going to get him an Atari cartridge and give that to him. But in reality, I am going to email him a GameStop gift card.
Good job,
later this evening. Because I do owe him that. Charles, you're getting nothing other than the certificate.
You see this bad boy? That?
But if we get back on topic here for a second, these guys, they were exceptional musicians throughout the years. Charles learning a completely different instrument, being gone for a while. And I really felt like these guys were great musicians, and maybe didn't often receive that credit over the course of the year. So best musicianship to those two guys. I'm going to miss those guys being around. And you will get the gift card. So Devin, make sure that you send me a remind message tonight with your personal email address, or if you want, I don't think it'll go to the school address, so you'll need to give me a personal email address. I wouldn't share it with all these people. You're going to get hacked. So send me that, and I'll get you that out tonight. The next category is most dedicated, and this was another one that was pretty easy to pick. Although I would venture to say that almost everybody is most dedicated. It takes a lot of dedication to be in band and to do what you guys do. And sometimes what gets me the most, what gets me emotional, even when on the way home, is when I see a kid leave a 6-hour practice and on a 90-degree day, and they go and they're heading towards work, and they've already changed. I barely have gotten out of the band room. They're already changed and they're going to work. Or after a practice, I go eat somewhere, and then they're there as a server, or they're working somewhere. It really gets me. Or seeing a kid go and run to another practice, after they've been doing stuff. So we have a lot of dedicated members. And in this case, the most dedicated member is going to go to Madison Mills. So congratulations to Madison. Yep. We appreciate all her efforts. She might not say very much, but her actions speak volumes. And she has been an outstanding member all these years as a color guard member in the band, pep band, winter guard, I think a year or two, I can't remember. And then also jazz band this year as well. So very dedicated, Madison. We really appreciate you. Up next goes to the Best Marching Award. Let's see if this individual's on here real quick. I want to see. Okay. This individual, I don't know if I would have thought this was going to be an award this person was going to win their first year. But over the years, this individual became one of the best marchers, one of the best students that would have rehearsal etiquette down. And sometimes we'd have to make them get a drink or make them break set to the point that I think it almost annoyed people, which might have been his point. If so, good job, Liam. Congratulations to Liam Meadows. Best Marching Award goes to him. Very consistent. First year, though, Liam, whew. But we got through that, and really he became one of the best marchers in the group. All right, these next couple of awards are very special to me, and then we're going to have some senior recognition, and any seniors that are here are going to get a chance to say what their plans are. But we have the Gilbert L. Ellsworth Award, and Gilbert was he was my grandfather, and he started the band program with my grandmother in 1938. Moved up from Hazard, Kentucky, and came to French Lick, Indiana, and started the band program. And so we started this award a few years ago and decided that the individual or the individuals that would get this award would represent his character. He was a real laid-back guy, an excellent musician, but he would do all of the things to keep the program afloat and improving and getting better. And maybe not always seeking out the recognition, but going above and beyond the call of duty. And so this is going to go to two individuals. I can't think of a better two set of guys to get this. And the first one is Easton Hinkle, and the other is Carter Rails. So give those guys some applause. Just a little bit more about Easton and Carter. Easton has been in charge of the sound, and I don't know if Easton, I think I see Easton's, yeah, he's in here, so Easton may want to join in just a second. Easton has been in charge of the sound for some time. I can't remember the exact year that we put him in charge of the soundboard, but he even gained Beavis's trust, which is almost impossible to do. Nicely done, Olivia. Turning the video on so we can see him. Well done. And he was just flawless in his execution of it. And I always felt confident with Easton at the board, or to do anything that I needed him to do. And he's going to be an extremely successful person. So Easton, I really appreciate your consistency and your calm demeanor on how you would lead the group. Carter, my grandpa, was also a really great musician. And I can't think of a lot of other students in my career that have been as good a musician as Carter. Carter has really excelled on his instrument, but also other instruments. He has been a solid soloist for us for years. And a lot about this award that I think is about getting better and being a great musician. And that's certainly you, Carter. So congratulations to those two guys. Really proud of both of you. Okay, up next is, I think I can get through this one, is the John Ellsworth Leadership Award. And that one means a little bit more, I think, this year, the year that we've had. But Dad was just the epitome of a leader in everything that he would do as a band director, as a fine arts coach, as a dad, as an educator. He was just a perfect leader, in my opinion. I might be biased, but I think a lot of people agree with me that it was just something he could do really well. And so this award is going to go to an individual that I really feel Dad would have picked for this as well. It's Emily Weisensteiner. She, as I said earlier, she's one of the first ones there. A lot of the time, there was a contest this year, though, Emily, if I remember right, that you weren't the first one there. But we won't talk about that. But she's usually the first one there. She's one of the last ones to leave. She keeps us organized. She's good at communicating things to people that when they need to be communicated. She takes care of the band group. She takes care of herself. Just has an overall great demeanor, and she leads. And I think that if Dad could have picked someone for that award, it would have been her. And I know that he felt that way. So Emily, congratulations to you. Okay, up next is the most outstanding member. Let's see here. Can't tell if this individual is here or not because I got too many people on my screen. But I'm just going to go ahead and announce them, and then I'm going to talk about them a little bit. The most outstanding member goes to Trey Tolliver. And yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty popular selection. I don't think there's anybody in the band that will not say that Trey is a good guy. I think everybody would agree that overall, besides being a great musician, that Trey always has a smile. He is always helping others. Yeah, Carter. He is always trying his best. And I just really feel like he is a perfect example of what a Black Hawk Brigade member should be. So congratulations to our most outstanding member, Trey Tolliver. I'm going to add one more here, and then we're going to do our senior recognition. We have been extremely fortunate over the years to have 3 individuals that we've built a lot of shows around. And I've made a big deal about them other years, Carter, Trey, and Peyton. But I'm going to mention them again here this evening just because I do appreciate their level of musicianship and the hard work that they did in 7th and 8th grade, coming in pretty much every day at my lunch hour, practicing in the practice rooms and getting better, and just kept getting better over the course of the year. So I just wanted to recognize our saxophone trio and give them a well-deserved pat on the back for all that they have done over the last several years. It was definitely a challenge to design a show without them in mind this year. So, but congratulations to those guys as well. All right, up next, I believe we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we had 12 seniors. Now, I have been pretty much just on the couch and eating a lot of food lately. So if I mess up any of these, please, someone get my attention here. But I do believe that our seniors were Charles Diefenbach, Easton Hinkle, Devin Hughes, Liam Meadows, Madison Mills, Carter Rails, Trey Tolliver, Madeline Dickey, Michaela Marks, Zoe Plimpton, Austin Tennant, and Peyton Watson. And so we'd like to recognize those individuals. Yep, give them a round of applause there. And I'm going to give them, if they are here, I'm going to give them a chance to speak. And something unusual, since we didn't get to eat tonight, I am going to say just a little bit about each person as they come up. And hopefully there's some good stories in there. Yeah, I got a couple stories. So up first, we're going to have Charles Diefenbach. So Charles, if you'd like to unmute your mic. And basically what we do here, seniors, is you just say what your future plans are and, kind of what's in store for you here these next couple of years, hopefully months and next couple of months, but we're not going to be sitting here in quarantine. But go ahead and give us a rundown, Charles, of what you got planned.
So currently, as of right now, since drum course canceled, I hope to plan to attend IU Bloomington here in the fall, as long as they don't cancel. I've thought about majoring in psychology, and then during in between that, doing Madison Scout stuff.
Awesome. I'd like to congratulate Charles. Charles is the first student that I have taught that auditioned and made a Drum Corps International Drum Corps and the Madison Scouts. And I don't think him talking about it so much to every single person that he saw had anything to do with the season being canceled. But
let's not talk about it.
But I am very proud of him. So a little backstory about Charles. He started out as a baritone player. Got to admit, I don't think he was very interested in 5th grade band.
I want to interject really quick. So I heard when I first started out back from leaving 5th grade band back into 9th grade, I think it was 2nd semester. You gave me a baritone. You let me back in the program, and then I remember practicing in a I think it was 3 or whatever. It was like closest to the actual, where everybody was doing their stuff. And I remember like occasionally listening, and I was like, one day I'll get there. And I remember playing. And then little did I know, like 2.5 years later, I think it was one of my buddies. And they just look at me and they go, yeah, Ellsworth was making fun of you like a good portion of the time. And I was just like, I know it was bad, but like he didn't have to call me out. And everyone could hear me. And then I realized I was like, at least I'm better now. So practice.
Yeah. It wasn't making fun. It was just directing their attention to the wonderful sounds that were occurring in that practice room. So I didn't want them to miss out on any of those sounds. But Charles, when he came back and joined band, he really caught a fire for band and marching band. And he practiced and practiced and practiced to the point where To be honest, there were some days at lunch that I would hear him knock on the glass door, and I'd be like, "He's here again? Really? I just got my Subway." So, but we let him in, and he would just practice. And I got to admit, when I saw that he made the Madison Scouts, I definitely almost shed a tear for him. I was very proud of his achievements. So that is Charles. All right, mute your mic again, Charles. I don't want to hear your laugh here coming up. I knew it was coming. All right, so up next is Easton Hinkle. So where's the? Oh, he's already got the video back on. He didn't need Olivia this time. So Easton, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I am just going to go to the Ivy Tech in West Lafayette and try and figure out what kind of career I want to pursue after that.
Awesome.
He's gonna work with me.
I've already said a few things about Easton, but on top of being an absolutely great sound guy, he is a really great percussionist as well, even though he will not admit it. And he is also an outstanding aide. He was my aide, I believe, 5th period, along with Boston this year. And very good aides. But I really appreciate just how Easton goes about his business and gets the job done. I think that that's what really makes a lot of people respect him, is how he does his job and the consistency of it. So we're going to miss you, Easton, but I wish you the best of luck, especially if you're going to be in the same town as Olivia again.
Hey!
All right, moving on. We've got Devin Hughes. Devin, where are you at?
I'm here.
Okay, I thought maybe you got your game and you took off. All right, Devin, give us the rundown.
My plans right now are to go to Ivy Tech up in Bloomington and study computer sciences, and then maybe transfer to IU after my first couple of years there.
Awesome. Devin comes from a long lineage of band members with father and uncle, both being, what would be the word? I don't know if notorious, infamous would probably be a good appropriate word. Infamous Black Hawk Brigade band members, and then also brother Brendan. And so when Devin came along, I knew he was going to be an outstanding musician and member just because of his heritage. But I think that the one thing about Devin that everyone enjoys is he can make you laugh. And he had perfect timing on when to maybe make the situation a little lighter. And I know that I appreciated that on top of his musicianship, and sometimes his marching. But with all of that said, he is an outstanding member, and I'm going to miss him as well. I'm going to miss all of them. All right, up next is, I thought I saw him here earlier, is Liam. Where is Liam? Liam, are you here? There he is. Okay, Liam Meadows. Let's tell us what you're doing, Liam.
So I don't know which school I'm going to go to, but as far as the area-wise, it should be in Louisville or Kentucky area. Town-wise. Anyways, I plan on going to barber school. They don't have a cosmetology and a barber school put together, so I have to go and do both courses separately. But as far as that, that's my plan so far.
Awesome. Well, I might need can you come over and maybe do like a sample? Because if this quarantine goes much longer, I'm going to look like Cousin It pretty soon.
I mean, have you seen mine?
So this is rough.
Yeah.
So the thing about Liam is Liam weighed about 40 pounds, I think, his first year in band. If 40 pounds might be an overstatement. And he was, let's just say, Liam was a very confident first-year marcher as well. And there was, I think we hit him behind the prop at one point, didn't we, Liam?
No, I stood right on the front line.
He stood on the front line. That's right. And we got him in some of the show, but I have never seen somebody go from that to the next year. He was completely ready to go, locked and loaded. Good trumpet player, outstanding marcher. The thing about Liam is that he really bought into how we rehearse, and again, sometimes to the point where I think people would roll their eyes because they'd be like, how is he already back out there? I just got water. How is Liam back out? And it was literally because Liam just didn't go get water. Eventually, I think he had the Camelback that he would use. But Liam is just a hard worker. He'd do anything I ask him to do, and most of the time. And it's just going to be weird with all these seniors gone. But Liam is definitely one that I'm going to remember forever. So Liam, thank you. Up next is Madison Mills. Madison was here. She's still here. Madison's still here. No, Madison. Madison going once. I don't see her. Madison going twice. If she shows up later.
I can't do it.
Oh, there she is. Hey. All right, Madison. Oh, you muted yourself again. Now she's gone again. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. I can't hear you. Hit your mic again. There you go. Your mic's on. Go.
Okay. I'm going to be attending IU, and as of right now, I'm majoring in nursing.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's even more impressive today. Take a lot of courage to do that today. I wish Laura's upstairs. I wish Laura would say something about Madison. She got to enjoy Madison a lot more being in the color guard, but I always appreciated Madison had this ability to captivate the audience or a judge as she went across the field. She had outstanding technique, extremely well-versed in dance, and she really did an excellent job this year on her solos that she had. But on top of that, I think what gets lost sometimes with our guard members is that Madison's also a really good saxophone player too. And she demonstrated that this year, not only in concert band, but also in jazz band. And I think there was a day this year that it was either Carter and Kyla were both gone. I can't remember, or maybe one of them was gone. And all of a sudden, and this, if it was easy, I hear the saxophone solo, and it's Madison holding down the fort, right, Madison? Yeah, it was it was really awesome. So you couldn't ask for a better person. If you had to say who's one of the nicest people in the band, I definitely think Madison would be up there on the vote total. She's just a really kind person. And does a great job. So thank you, Madison. Okay, I'm a little nervous about this next one to see if he's here. Yeah, he's here. So I'm going to cautiously turn the microphone over to Carter Rails. Carter, are you here? You're gonna have to turn your mic and your video back on if you're here. Carter, are you here, Carter? This is the quietest Carter has been all year. Okay, well, Carter had to use the restroom or something, so we'll come back to Carter. Oh, yes, there's Carter. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Carter. Carter, what's your plans?
I can't even. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, well, I can't. I've had connection issues really bad. I don't really know what my plans are.
I lost him. I can't hear Carter. I'm just going to say it for him. He's saying he doesn't know what his plans are, but judging by his hair, he's saying that he's going to work really hard, and he is appreciative of everything Mr. Ellsworth's ever done for him. And what? When you get rich and famous, I'm going to be your manager? Wow, Carter. That's amazing. So, Carter, we're just having some issues. I can't hear you. We'll come back to you when we have you. Can you hear us now, Carter? No? Okay, we'll come back to Carter because I have a good story about Carter. Trey, are you here? There's Trey. What's up, Trey? I'm going to turn it over to Trey.
Hey guys, right now I'm planning and I'm set to go to USI and major in physical therapy or occupational therapy, whichever one they offer, or whichever one's better for me that I feel.
Awesome. As I said earlier with Trey, our most outstanding member here, Trey is just, I think first and foremost, Trey is a nice guy. Trey treats people the right way. And, he shakes my hand every time he comes into the room. He's respectful. He helps others. Trey was the quiet member of the trio, but his actions, like I said with someone earlier, speak louder than words. And so, Trey, you're a good man. You're a good man, Trey, and I appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you.
All right, up next is Madeline Dickey. I thought I saw Madeline here. Is she still here? There she is. All right, Madeline, tell us your future plans.
I have no clue. I guess work full time at the hotel for a bit and see where life takes me from there.
Awesome. Well, Madeline came to us from Paoli, and is this your third year? Second year.
Second
It feels
year.
like third year. It feels like she's been around a long time, and she did an outstanding job of coming in and being a part of the band. So one of my favorite memories of Madeline actually isn't from band, but it's from Music Appreciation. She was also in Music Appreciation last year, and were you Austin 3? Yeah, we only had 2 Austins in Music Appreciation class for like 9 weeks or a semester. I can't remember. And then Madeline joined in, and so we had 3. So instead of calling her Madeline, I just called her Austin 3. And then we had another student join, so I called him Austin 4. But Madeline actually, we had a podcasting section, and Madeline did an outstanding job on the podcast. I actually think, Madeline, I know what you said, that you're thinking about your future plans. You need to think about podcasting, because I think you have a knack for it, or a YouTuber or something. So, but I have a lot of good memories of Madeline in that class, and but also her skill and her attention to detail with the guard. And then also she learned how to play oboe last year, and she was.
I started oboe in 5th grade, but I learned how to play flute.
She was learning how to play flute this year. So, I really appreciate her doing all those different things for us. Carter, is your mic working? Can we give it a test again? I guess that's a no.
Hey, Carter's service is kicking out real bad. So
hey, Trey. Yeah, have him call. Yeah, has he got you on speakerphone?
Yeah, he's on right now.
Okay, Carter, go. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is that my future plans are pretty undecided. And I don't know. A few words of advice, as you all may know, also, I tried to quit my second year. And it was probably the worst decision I've ever made, especially at the point in life I was, moving and stuff like that. Band has helped me through a lot, especially Mr. Ellsworth, just that program. Like everybody says, it's more like a family than anything. And I feel like that's a lot of what the jocks and stuff don't understand about that. So band really can change your life, and it has mine. And I love all you guys, and thank you for the past 6-7 years, whatever I've been in.
Well, that's good to hear from Carter there. You stole my thunder, Carter, because I was going to tell the story that I think it was his second year, and it was, can't even remember if we had got through band camp or not. But Carter's known for he got a little bit of a temper at times, and he had gotten upset that day, and so he had quit. And I think I had said a few choice words to him. I wasn't exactly pleased with that. I don't think that quitting was an option at that point. And but what was really neat about that situation is that his dad brought him back and brought him all the way back down to the lower parking lot, if I remember right, and made him come out there and join back up. And I think that was a defining moment for Carter, but it was also one for the band and also for me, because I got to see how hard Carter would work. He is a hard worker. As much as he likes to pretend that he's not, he does work extremely hard, and he does have a lot of talent. So I think that moment was a pivotal moment for him, but also for the band as well. So I'm quite proud of you, Carter, but I'm proud of all of you. We had a few other seniors in first semester, but I'm not sure they're on. Michaela Marks, I see Michaela on here, right? Zoe Plimpton.
Can you hear me?
Oh, wait, who is? I see a number. Who is that?
This is Peyton.
Peyton, I'm getting to you, Peyton. You're coming up.
Yeah.
It just gives me a number. So we had Austin Tennant, and I've got Peyton on the line. So Peyton.
It's funny. I'm at work, so I'm on my phone. Like I can't. I'm at work, so
let me get this.
I'm just gonna tell you my plan.
Let me get this straight. So, like band class, you're on your cell phone at work.
Bro, yes.
I see. Some things never change.
I'm on break though. At first, I was just listening, so like I had my AirPods in. I was just listening. I was working, but now I'm on break, so now I'm ready to talk. Like,
well, you go for it. Well, I didn't know that was you. Tell us about your future plans.
So obviously, I graduated first semester. Now I'm CNAing. I work in a nursing home. You know, we're dealing with COVID, dangerous stuff, whatever. But I do plan on going to school in Evansville, and I'm going to get my master's in occupational training.
Wow. You can't see.
And then go back to working in a nursing home.
There's people here like clapping for you with their hands up. I got some stories about Peyton.
No, let's not.
Oh yeah. So Peyton, I didn't know how to take Peyton for about 3 years. I wasn't sure exactly if Peyton liked being in band, if she liked me, if she thought I was crazy. I could not read Peyton. I'm not sure I can still read Peyton all the time. But I did feel this year what I was reading was that Peyton really wanted to lead. And so she took her personality and her skill set and she led. And I appreciated it. And I know that several times I talked to Peyton and told her that and said, I appreciate what you're doing because it made a big difference. But on top of that, I mean, like I said with the trio, those guys were outstanding musicians. But they're not just outstanding musicians. Peyton, Trey, Carter didn't become those musicians just because they were lucky. They put in the time and they really practiced. And that goes for everybody in here. That goes for everybody. That everybody practiced. I am really proud of all of you, especially you seniors. Peyton, thanks for taking your break.
No problem.
Being here. Do we have two other callers? Number is with 33 and 86. I'm not skipping any other seniors there, am I? That's not Michaela, Zoe, or Austin, is it?
No, that's me. It's me.
Okay, and the one that ends with 33, that's not a senior, is it? No. Okay. Well, that kind of gets us to the end of our senior recognition. I didn't skip anybody, right? If I skipped a senior, now's the time to tell me. I did not mean to do it. This has been really, really weird. And just in case you're wondering, I am wearing suit pants down here as well. So I didn't want anybody thinking I'm sitting in shorts or something. I actually got all dressed up for this occasion. So really quick before we call it a night, just wanted to just wanted to say I'm not really sure what's happening from this point on, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how this is going to affect summer. Obviously, we're losing about 3 months worth of practice here in band class with music and going out to the lower lot. So that's going to play a role into some things. I'm not sure how long it's going to go into summer or what it's going to do to practices. But we'll make it work. We'll see how it is. There is a plan B. And if we get more information, I'll let you know what that plan B is. But as of right now, the job is make sure just everybody stay healthy, and do your e-learning, get that done. And let's see, is there anything else? All of the certificates will be sent out via email. Devin, make sure you send me a remind message so I get your number so I can get you your game. Finally going to get that today. Gabby wants me to check my email real quick. Let me check my email. I'm not getting an email. No email.
Hey, Mr. A, can you hear me?
Say again? Yeah, Carter.
I said, can Okay, so one thing I would try to encourage people to do, since we all have our instruments, I would definitely practice show music since we have nothing else to do, you know? Instead of just doing like the point system and stuff.
Yeah, definitely be doing the point system and trying to practice. I'm trying to make it easy on you guys. I'm trying to make it so that it's not occupying all your time like some other classes. We won't talk about Mr. Leakin here right now, but just making sure that you are getting all your work done. But yeah, definitely be practicing, doing some things on your own. Hopefully this will pass and we'll be able to get going this summer. If things get postponed, then ISMA's already announced that the show time length is a minute less this year. So instead of a 6-minute show, we'd only have to do a 5-minute show, which might help us a little bit. But I do expect some new music to be coming up in the next couple of days. And so be keeping a look on your classroom. Let me go back and double check all my list here. I also wanted to, I got one other thing in here that I forgot here. I also wanted to mention the hallway decorating crew. That was a really awesome hallway. Thank you to the parents that did that. Thanks to Gabby's parents for doing the setup over at Beechwood. That was something else. And very appreciative not only by the band and all the fans, but also our family and as well. And let's see, there was another one up here. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I don't know. I think that might have been it. So anyhow, I'm super proud of all you guys. Really miss yelling at you in the band room, to be honest with you. Hopefully we can get back to that soon. So did I see Brandon Tennant in here for a second? Brandon Tennant sent a chat message. Brandon Tennant. Speaking of messages, how do I? Okay, I'll get with you later on that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, super proud. This is the weirdest band banquet ever. I am really craving Schnitzelbank right now. So, I'm gonna go up and make something Schnitzelbanky. So, thank you all for showing up here tonight, and thanks for being great kids and great parents and great band members. If anybody needs anything, email me, send me a remind message, do anything I can for you. Okay? Everybody stay well. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.